Hi guys, so just having a little chocolate milk here. Guys, today I'm doing my week 13 through 19 pregnancy update. I am pregnant with my first child. We do not know the gender yet, so that will be coming up in the next video or so. We find out in our 20-week pregnancy scan. So I'm just gonna go through my symptoms, what's been happening, because I have kind of a lot to go through since I haven't been filming for like the last month or so, which is so bad. I know I want to be more frequent, but I feel like now things are like happening more quickly, and after we find out the gender, we can start preparing a lot more and like do a lot more, because we kind of been like putting everything on hold until we find out. Plus we plan on going abroad and buying stuff there and stuff. So, you know, lots gonna happen in the next few weeks, but I'm gonna talk about how I've been feeling for the past month or two. So, week 13, gonna start with a tiny TMI, but something that hasn't affected me for a long time. Like, it only happened in like a few days, so I wrote it down, but then it didn't happen again. So I had minor constipation issues, which is a common symptom for pregnant women, and I didn't really deal with it or anything. I didn't like do anything specific because it just kind of went away. So it's something that a lot of women deal with, and they have to like really switch out their diet and stuff. And I do know that this can happen again like later on. It's common that it happens later on as well. My voice is a little raspy. I'm sorry, I got sick last week, so my voice is still like adjusting, and my dog is playing here, so don't mind the noise. I get out of breath really easily for the past few weeks, and that's kind of annoying, but it's not like a huge deal or anything. And during week 13, I got really dizzy when I stood up too quickly. That may have to do with like low blood sugar or something like that. I don't really notice it any longer, but it's something that I'm just aware of. I try to move slowly. Like, you know, when I get out of bed, I'm not like rushing and jumping out of bed, because then I can kind of get overwhelmed and like dizzy. Sorry. And my taste buds and my sense of smell was really sensitive. Like, it was really, really intense, which I really hate. That's something that bothered me throughout the whole first trimester, and kind of went into the second trimester with week 13, but I think it kind of went down from there. My dog wants to play with me, so I'm sorry. I'm not gonna play with you now. No. Then also on week 13, I got my first round ligament pains. So it's nothing serious. It's just like a tiny bit of tugging, like something is pulling pain, and that's just because everything is growing down there, and you know, the baby needs more space. So nothing serious, but I just found it like a couple of times. And then in week 14, I didn't really have any symptoms that were like crazy, like pretty much just the same thing all over again. But I started prenatal swimming lessons, which have been really great. I wrote on week 15 that the baby is the size of an orange, so I think it's great being able to like picture something. Now at week 19, the baby is the size of a mango, so it's like growing a lot every week. Gender predictions kind of changed, because I've been thinking it's a girl this whole time. Like, ever since I found out, I've always just thought of it as a girl. And like, I wasn't like that before I got pregnant. I always imagined having a boy first, because I have older brothers, so I always imagined like having boys and then girls, like, or a boy and then a girl. But ever since I found out, it's just like, oh, it's a girl. And my boyfriend also thought it was a girl until week 15. He changed his mind, and people seem to be kind of 50-50. Like, mostly all of our friends think it's a boy, but pretty much everyone in her family thinks it's a girl, except my dad and at least one of my brothers. So I'm really, really excited to find out, because it's so weird being really stuck on one gender, and you know, I'm just like realizing like it could easily be a boy, like it's only 50-50. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about movement and like kicks and everything later on. Week 15, I was constantly hungry. Like my appetite came back big time. It's not been that intense ever since, but since the first trimester, I had a really small appetite and I had to like force myself to eat. During week 15, I like really wanted to eat everything, and once I was done with the dinner, I was still hungry. So, yeah, I guess that's good because you know I need it. During week 16, I'm trying to go through this as quickly as possible because I kind of have a lot to talk about. During week 16, I got nauseous at night, and that's something that I struggled with for a couple of weeks. Like during dinner time, I was just really nauseous. I didn't have any appetite. I didn't want to eat anything, and when I ate, I felt really nauseous. So that sucks. I also started losing hair. Like it was just a couple of days that my hair just fell out. Like it wasn't like when I was brushing it, it was just, I would just be walking and I would just see like the hair come out. So, yeah, it's great that that stopped because I was getting kind of nervous. It was like insane. My hairbrush would just fill up, like brushing it through twice. So, it's not all gone, but it was kind of scary for like a few days, but then it stopped. During week 16, I really felt my belly started getting bigger because I started itching a lot. Yeah, I guess that's just, you know, what comes with the territory. And my belly has definitely grown over the past few weeks. It's like started to be a noticeable bump. So it's perfectly normal that I'm itching, you know, because the skin is stretching. And I used some stretch mark oils and aloe vera on it. So yeah, now I'm out of breath. Week 17 was my 17-week appointment. I went in at 17 weeks straight. I was supposed to go in at 16 weeks, but I was like switching doctor's offices and they had booked me for like 90 weeks or something. And then this midwife was like, "You've not gone in for your 16-week appointment?" And I was like, oh my god, I'm messing up, like what? Because they hadn't booked me. So I went in at 17 weeks, but I was supposed to go in at 16 weeks apparently. But you know, it's okay. I went and met up with a new midwife at this new doctor's office, but I don't believe she is going to be the midwife that I'll see the next time. I think I'm going to be like having a new one next time I go, and she will be the one with me throughout. So I don't know, I'm not like really picky about these kind of things. I have liked both of the midwives I've gone to, and you know, I can't believe like the next one will be horrible. If she will be, I will just ask for a replacement or something. So she took my blood pressure, which was great. I'm really happy that my blood pressure has been good because I have high blood pressure in my family, so I just need to be kind of aware of that. I'm not gaining a lot. I've only gained about 1 kilo, precisely 0.9 kilos, which is about 2 pounds. But it's okay. Like I told her I was kind of worried because I wasn't gaining anything and like hardly anything, and she just kind of touched my stomach and said like, the baby is a good size, it's at a good place. Like I don't know how she can feel that, but she did. So she was like, it's no worries, as long as your baby is growing, you don't have to really worry about that. But like now, you know, I really need to start gaining weight, obviously. We got to hear the heartbeat. Actually, I went in alone, so I got to hear the heartbeat, and she said it was really strong and really fast. And she was said like, yeah, the baby is like really active in there. So that's great. And that's another suggestion. It's a girl. Like if you believe in those old, what's it called, old wives' tales or something. So you know, I've never heard like how fast it is because apparently she told me or told us at the 12-week ultrasound or something, but it just completely slipped my mind. So I don't know if it's like faster than 150 or, you know, what it is, but she just said it was really strong and fast. So that's all I know. Since I was seeing a new midwife, she looked over my ultrasound records and like all of my doctor's records, and she said everything came back really good. The ultrasound just looked great and everything looked normal. So that's always, you know, good to hear. I didn't bring a urine sample that time. You are supposed to, but she said my urine sample from last time, which was at 12 weeks, came back really good, but there were signs of streptococcus infections. I don't know how to say it in English, streptococcus, I just googled it. So I need to be aware of symptoms of that. It's like a really bad flu kind of thing, like it's something you get in your throat or something, I don't know. And then we'll do further testings once I'm like further along. Week 17 I didn't really have any symptoms, everything just went pretty smoothly. And week 18 I got round ligament pains more often. I got the flu, which I talked about, and the flu came with some nausea, but it got better. Like it was only a 2-day flu, like it was nothing too serious, but it has kind of like drained my energy levels for the past week. And I also had a lot more vaginal discharge, so I really recommend getting panty liners. I use the ones from Naturcare, I don't have them with me, but they're just like unscented, natural panty liners to, you know, make the discharge more bearable, I guess. Like, it's kind of disgusting. So during week 18, the baby was about 14 centimeters long. Like 14. I was like, I don't know, like this or something. I'm not really good with all of that, but I think so. And then for week 19, how long I've been talking? Okay. For week 19, I've also been having some round ligament pains, but my appetite has gone up again. I can eat dinner finally, so that's great. And then I just wanted to talk about movements, because that's something that I feel like people tell you that you're not supposed to, or like you won't feel movements until like week 18 through like 25 or something. But during week 15, I started feeling my first like butterflies, like not kicks, but just like, you know, they call it the quickening or something. So I just felt something, and I was like, it's not gas, it's not, you know, I don't know. So I got really excited. I shouldn't really doubt myself, even though I do. Like, I always doubt myself, like, oh no, it probably wasn't the baby, it's probably just this or that. But if my placenta is at the rear end, like if the placenta is not in front of the baby, it's in the back of the baby, it's very likely that I will be feeling movements this soon. During week 16, I also felt butterflies or like bubbles during nighttime, like only a couple of times, like 2 days or something. And during 18, I really started feeling the baby move during nighttime. Like when I lay down at like 10 or 11 p.m, I can just feel it, and I'm like not doubting myself anymore. Like, I know what I'm feeling. So yeah, last night we probably had the most intense kicking sensation. Like, I was just laying in bed talking to my boyfriend, and I went like, I can really feel the baby right now. Like, I can feel it like moving a lot. And I'm not super skinny. I hear that people who have like low body fat can feel the baby sooner, but I have a belly, but I could feel it. Like, I could just really feel a kick. And my boyfriend like laid his head on my belly and like put his hand, like really put some pressure on it. Like, wasn't just like laying, it was just putting a tiny bit of pressure, and I could feel that he could feel the kick, and we were like, oh my god, did you feel that? So that was amazing. So he felt two movements. Like, I don't know if it's kicks or punches or, you know, the baby rolling or whatever, but that was so amazing. Something that you really just can't describe. I'm like rubbing my belly over here. So yeah, last night was pretty amazing, and it just, yeah, I wasn't expecting him to feel it this early on. They talk about other people feeling it 20 weeks plus, but there are a lot of people that, you know, people could still feeling it at like 16 weeks and upwards. So that was pretty intense and just amazing, and I loved that my boyfriend could actually feel it because it was so intense. Like, it was just so like massive, those movements. Anyways, I've been talking for like 20 minutes, so I don't know how much I can tell you right now. We have not bought anything more for the baby or anything, so I guess I'm just gonna show you the bump for the very first time, because I felt like I didn't have a bump to show you, but I feel like now I do. Maybe. So, I'll show you. So this is it. It's just like this part I can't suck in. So hopefully you can see something, I don't know. Maybe it's nothing, but it's just a tiny bit of bump. So there it is, the little baby. So it definitely like depends on during what time of the day or stuff like that, how much you can see the bump, but it's gotten to the point that if my pregnancy wasn't public, I would not be able to hide it any longer. Like, I work at a kindergarten, and my kids, or like kids at the kindergarten, ask me like, have you had a baby? And I say no, because I haven't told them that I'm pregnant. And then one goes like, then why do you have such a big belly? So it's something that is not, I can't really hide any longer, but you know, that's great. I love wearing like tight fitted clothes to show it off, so I'm excited to get more dresses and such to show it off, because it's just exciting, and you know, this time should be celebrated. And yeah, I'm really excited to talk to you in my next update, because I'll have a lot more to show you and talk about, and we'll find out the gender together. So I'm really excited, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel to check out to see more videos and vlogs and such, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.